Neurofeedback. What is it, and how does it all really work? I certainly do not know, but this man right here certainly does, Devin Higgins. Devin, this device that we are hooked up to right now, this neurofeedback device here at BrainCore, and I first thought that I was going to look like the Superman villain, Brainiac.
Right.
But it's a lot more low profile than that. It's really easy. It didn't take much time to put on.
Right.
But neurofeedback, like I said, I can't explain it. You can. So what really is it?
Yeah, so as you can see, we've got some wires hooked up. We got a sensor on your head. We got a couple ear clips. That's pretty much it. And what we're doing right now is we're monitoring your brainwave activity. So a lot of people will think like, well, is there electric currents going into, am I getting shocked?
Right.
No.
Yes.
All we're doing is monitoring your brainwave activity. And all the while, you're going to be watching a TV show that's going to be right in front of you. And it's that simple. What you'll notice on the screen is we're going to be monitoring your brainwave activities, like I said. When your brainwaves are doing what they're supposed to, when they're not going too high or too low, you'll notice you'll have a bright screen in front of you when you're watching Superman.
Yeah.
And so that's a positive reinforcement to your brain. It tells your brain you're doing the right thing.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, if your brain goes off kilter, all of a sudden you're going to get a dark screen.
Okay.
That's a negative reinforcement. It tells your brain, no, you're not doing the right thing. Your brain will fix the screen by getting its brain waves to normalize. And as it normalizes, you're going to get a brighter screen. It's teaching your brain how to act and react. So if you're having focus issues, attention issues, it's getting the brain waves to come down to the right level so that you can learn how to do it in the real world.
Okay. So we're trying to get the brain levels down into a normal level where they're at, or up to a normal level.
Depending on who it is.
And so what conditions are we targeting with that?
You know, we see just about everyone from age 5 all the way up to 95 and then some. We see kids, teens, adults, seniors. Do we have kids with ADHD? Yes. Anxiety, depression? Yes. Across the board. A lot of people think that when they have ADHD, it's just ADHD. No, usually there's a lot of mental and emotional issues involved. Neurofeedback, BrainCore neurofeedback is designed to fix all of that. And so help to normalize those brainwave patterns. So to answer your question, we see just about everybody.
Gotcha. Okay, so you see just about everybody, but what are we seeing on this screen here?
Yeah, so on the screen, what you're seeing, we have these wires hooked up to you. And this here is how your brain is reacting to a stimulus. Now, right now, you're not watching anything. So, but if you were to relax yourself just a little bit and sit back, you'll notice that this is turning red. But when you start to get into the right mode, it'll start to turn green. If you had a TV screen in front of you, like let's say a movie, it would be becoming dark and shaded, much like you're seeing right now.
Okay.
So you can see how that is shading in and out? Right.
So this green, it's green now. What is that telling us?
That's actually telling your brain is at the right level that it's supposed to.
Gotcha.
So, but if you were watching, let's say, your favorite movie, Superman, you would notice that screen, just like it's doing right now, it's darkening in and out. And the more you just sit and relax, the brighter it's going to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is really remarkable.
Yeah, it is. And the cool thing is it's totally relaxing. A lot of people come in here and they think, do I have to do talk therapy? No, you do not. Everyone thinks that the computer's doing the work. The brain's doing the work.
Gotcha.
The brain will fix itself. And so all you have to do is sit back, relax, put your phone away. That's it. Your brain is going to, this is like a personal trainer for your brain. We're going to get your brain to do the right things at the right time so that makes life for you easier.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're sitting here now. Am I going to immediately start feeling results? Am I going to start feeling better? When do patients typically start seeing those positive results?
You know, it's going to vary from person to person. I have had people that say, it's kind of weird. Like I felt the next day, like I felt much more relaxed. Yes, you can see results in the first session. But typically I always tell people it's usually between the first to 5 sessions. And it might be little things where like the next day I feel a little more energized, I'm a little more focused, perhaps I slept better. You might see things where it's like, if it's a child, they'll say like, wow, he did what I asked him to do. I only had to ask him once.
Yeah.
Little things like that. You'll just see little things get a little bit better. Now, things are going to ebb and flow. There's going to be ups and good days, but what we're teaching any person to do is to get their brain to self-regulate. It's normal to have anxiety. It's normal to have mood fluctuations. It's normal to not focus and pay attention. But when we can get back on task, that's what self-regulation is.
Okay, gotcha. And so for someone that might be skeptical of starting this process, I want to say that this is like nothing.
No.
You've basically done nothing to me, and I'm,
very
learning
easy.
so much. Yeah. What would you tell them to get them in the door if they are?
So a lot of times you'll get adults, or they'll say, hey, is this going to change my personality? No, I said, sometimes it was like, just come in, try a session and see what it's like.
Yeah.
And they're really surprised. This is it. Like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
And people have a hard time believing that. It's like, well, it can't be that simple. No, it is. This is a therapy that's been around for 50 plus years. It's just that technology has gotten so great. Now it's like almost instantaneous. It's like it's showing immediate results. The nice thing about this also is that after a session, I can put information in front of the patient, especially if it's an adult. A kid might not care, but an adult, you can actually show in real time how their brain is reacting. And for a mom or a dad, when they see that, where they see like, hey, their delta and theta waves are way up here, and all of a sudden they see them come down, that means it's working in real time.
Gotcha.
Which means they're going to focus, stay on task, pay attention better than before.
There you go. Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to me today about this and showing me what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alrighty, well, if you guys would like to come down to BrainCore and get some amazing help here from Dr. Higgins, this is absolutely nothing. It takes no time at all. I got right in the seat, and I'm feeling like my brain waves are at level now, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
If you guys would like to learn more, all you need to do is go on down to braincorelouisville.com for more.